That's going to be taken in at the 8. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out now in his 6th year here in the NFL. Brock his 3rd as a starter from Utah State. It's Jordan Love.
What's cool about Jordan's story too, Kate, is he's officially moved beyond the story of how his career began, of sitting and waiting for his opportunity to shine. Now we just get to celebrate all these shining moments, showing off the talent that he's got.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Love throwing to start us off. Finds him over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Love out of the shotgun. And he can't escape this. The Eagles take him down. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. 3rd and long for him here. Getting out to his left. And they're going to love that partner as Love slides down after picking up the 1st.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
Completed over the middle. He gets it forward a little to his 46. Cooper to Jean with the stop.
2 yards on the
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
1st and 10.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. But that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
Now a toss. This is Jacobs. Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on 1st down.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Love from the gun. Steps up and he's running with it. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Jacobs takes it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7, Eagles nothing.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Xavier Gibson now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
He just missed that Super Bowl a couple years ago, but Hurts and those Eagles, they got it last year, Kate. And remember, he was the MVP in that win. And kind of like he was all season, he's just a stabilizing force. He makes people around him better, and he's a Super Bowl champ to boot.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. Nice hit. Hurts fumbles. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. And that right there is why they coach you to never give up on a play, Brock. Recover the fumble, and he's able to get him the 1st down, too. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Across midfield at the 45. And finally down right along that opposing 40. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You know what I call that, Kate, and I talk about it all the time. That is called a tone setter with a capital T. Not a better feeling than to start an opening drive by running it right down your opponent's throat.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. He works it down to the edge of the red zone. Andrew and Cooper there to make the stop.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and now they're left with 4th and short. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. Fourth down, he calls his own number on the option. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their second possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lowe. This is on target to Christian Watson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
And the Packers, 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Play action. Love. Pass caught out right by Golden. Into enemy territory and a yard at most from the 1st. That brings up 3rd down. On the sneak, it's Love. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Packers 1st down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
1st down throw. Here's Love. This one's caught. And he's taken down at the 30. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to set him up all the way down at that 7-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll run, Jacobs. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Motioning him from the slot right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers break the tie here in the first. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Packers take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
14, Eagles 7.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Gibson now to return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. First and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Shoots away from one. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. On first down, Hurts. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why Scott's talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
On third down, it's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
We know in this league you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down, and that's third down.
Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Short pass brought in. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. The Packers on top early. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're looking at second and pretty short. Running right, here's Jacobs. Has some daylight through the 40. Inside the red zone. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Packers take a 13-point lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown.
Okay, we're not even to halftime, and this guy has already got a game's worth of success. And the great thing is that, yes, it benefits him individually, statistically, but you know it just sets the table for everybody else because that play-action pass should be devastating.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers double their lead to 14.
Eagles 7.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Tank Bigsby here with the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
This one finds, the football's loose. Packers pick it up. And they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen...
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
The previous play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. So they managed to keep possession. They've got 3rd and short now. It's a sneak, Hurts. And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of a yard. And an Eagles first down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Hurts to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. He dodged the tackle, and he's able to cross midfield before going out. They get 6 and a first down as well.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the pistol, Hurts. Throw left side, complete. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd down now, they need 7. And again, here's Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And it's 3rd down now.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
Braden Mann out once more for another punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Love out of the shotgun. Quick slant into the hands of Golden. And he's going to get this up to right around that 13-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Here's Love. To the left, that's pulled in by Golden. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 3 now. Love from the gun. Eagles are on it, and down he goes. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This is one of those many moments where I'm really thankful I'm in the booth and not on the field. Because in my day, defensive tackles couldn't run like that. This is not a statuesque QB. This guy can run. And it wasn't the linebacker or DB that chased him down. It was a big old D tackle. Tip of the cap to you, my big man.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Not a person in this stadium didn't start tensing up the way I did up in the booth. You could feel that goal line coming, right? Pressure right in his face. Nearly turns into a couple points now. Well, now you got to be so careful. No breathing room for the next snap.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. And his first effort, a tough one. It's going to come from the back of his own end zone. He takes this a little short of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And there is room for improvement from that previous drive. Stalled out, necessitated a call to that punt team.
Yeah, and in these situations, I always love reminding the offense that first down. Just move the chains the first time to get yourself in the rhythm, because you don't want to see that punter anytime soon.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Play action, Hurts has it. Going deep here for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a one-score game in the first half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Eagles 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Packers all set to get back out there. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Love now to throw. Finds him over the middle. And not a lot available there. Makes it to the 26. And on a stop, had that incredible breakout season last year was Zach Bond.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And that's good for a few. It brings up 3rd down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
5 men out in the secondary for the Eagles on 3rd down. Throwing, it's Love. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock, but it does force a 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Again, Daniel Whelan heading out for another punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. Well, Brock, it only took them 1 play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
And an Eagles 1st down. It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Hurts tucks it, starts running. Only able to get back to the line on that 1st down play, so no gain.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Throwing the out route complete. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Gain of 18. That's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. We've got a screen to the running back. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Escapes the defender. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
18 more yards. That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Eagles can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles tie this game at 21.
21 apiece.
We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Out now runs the Packer offense. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Play action. Love. He's keeping it. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Handoff here to Jacobs. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Well, one defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Shotgun now for Love. His man, it stops. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. And it's the Packers. Looking at 1st and 10. To the air with Long. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. Oh, he rocks that tackler. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Throwing again, Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Here he is on 3rd and short. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
gain of 3 yards. That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Trust. Kate, it is such a big part of playing the quarterback position. Yeah, you got to trust you can make the right reads in the passing game, but sometimes these little runs that just get that first down, it gains further equity, further trust with your play caller, and most importantly, gives you a first down for the offense.
The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Second and 3 now. Quick throw out wide by Love. And he's tackled for no gain.
Well, the defense was ready for that throw, stopping him right in his tracks, right at the line of scrimmage.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Love looking to pass. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
At the 13-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Timeout taken by the Packers, their 3rd and final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Love to throw. Completed over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These 2 teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Gibson now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So to begin the 3rd quarter, the Eagles offense returning to the field. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. First call here coming from the shotgun. Motion man right is Smith. First down, a run with Barkley. Nearly starts the drive with the first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
A gain of 17 yards. And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing here, Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. Breaks a tackle, he's still going. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That play good for 17 and a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
Barkley. 17 more yards. That's another Eagles first down. 1st and goal, Philadelphia.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take the lead right away in half number 2. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Love. Batted away at the line, incomplete. He didn't put it high enough to get it over that line. 2nd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. By Golden. Reaches the 40. Inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers start the 2nd half with some needed points. punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers tie us up 28-all. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Gibson now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Eagles and A.J. Brown getting set for another look on offense here. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 6. And an Eagles 1st down. It's a gain of 6. And an Eagle 1st down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Hurts on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And it's going to be 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Go with Barkley on the counter. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended target. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
Takes it in at the 21. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Now Love on the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing his Love on 3rd. Pass brought in by Watson. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Sidney Brown in on that stop.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down run gets them 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. They stick with Jacobs. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. They'll throw, 3rd and long. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And it's out of bounds without a whole lot of room for error. He hit it well. They're saying it's out at the 4. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Zone read give here to Barkley. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
In truth, Kate, I kind of felt like he was lucky to get what he got right there. The pressure from this defense to go get that safety, it was on. And that same pressure, well, they're not going to back down here on 2nd down as well.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They go to Barkley again. Finds a small seam. That's good for 5. Make it 3rd down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Hurts now from the gun. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in, not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the 1st.
The Eagles are in punt formation. And this will come from just inside his end zone. before they bring him down on the return. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution and more than likely making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Love now off the play action. On him quick, and they bring him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
The Eagles go dime for this 3rd down call. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Gets it to him on the screen. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
The Packers send out their punting unit. He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Hurts. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. So 2nd down coming up.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
I'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Throw here, 3rd down. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. That's complete inside the 35. And he gets in, touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles take a 3rd quarter lead.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or 2 high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7.
Packers 28.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
For Philadelphia.
Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Packers and Matthew Golden ready to take over once again on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. And off to Jacobs to start the drive. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Left side into the hands of Dobbs. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen, play goes nowhere.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Tight end going in motion here. Shotgun now for Love. Escapes the pocket. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
To the air on 3rd and long. Escapes out to the left. And they're going to love that partner as Love slides down after picking up the 1st.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
That's what they call staring down the gun barrel. You know as a quarterback, you're about to get absolutely blasted, but you got to deliver an accurate throw just like that.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down is going to end up in a loss of yards.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Packers football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. This one's caught. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. They'll run for it. Jacobs. They blow this play up. They're humbled and sent off the field here with a loss of yards and a turnover on downs.
This running back has had himself a day, but not on that play. Finally, a little bit of catharsis for everyone on that defense to keep him from the first and get a turnover, a much-needed turnover on downs.
Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Hurts. Hits his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Kid, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Looking right, and he finds him. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Hits him on the out route. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. He gets 6 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. And again, here's Hurts. He can run it. He's got it in the red zone. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you've got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
And he's brought down at the line.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. Working now from the gun. Has it at the 7. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Barkley gonna try to smash his way in. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Eagles go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
42. Packers 28.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
For Philadelphia.
Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now Love. Gets this one to Wicks. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Love now on 1st and 10. Breaks across midfield, hits the opposing territory. And he has this all the way across to the opposing 45. Get him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Stick it in the air, Love. Throwing the out route complete. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Eagles' 24-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
All set now, 1st and 10. Waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Love from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. Love now to throw. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. So that's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the 1st, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this. Desperation time here. Drop. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And this play's going to come to an end at the 27th. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
And an Eagles 1st down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Finds Barkley underneath. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd down now, 7 to go. A play fake now hurts to throw. Lofts it deep right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
A gain of 19 yards.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. He cuts it back right. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Saquon Barkley the touchdown.
Kate, we are watching a showman put on an absolute show. What a day for this running back. I think he'd be the first to tell you it's about the guys up front, the receivers blocking outside, and the electricity of his legs.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21.
Packers 28.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. That's complete to Musgrave. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, they need 7. Love out of the shotgun. And he can't escape this. The Eagles take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
4 guys out wide. Here we go, 3rd and long. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
1st down throw, here's Love. To the left, that's pulled in by Golden. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Love with it on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Throwing again, Love. Hauled in by Musgrave. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. The Packers take their 1st time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 10-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Love to throw again. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get it back to within 2 possessions. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers get it back to a 14-point game.
49, Packers 35.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
The Eagles about set to go on offense. And they're already up by 2 scores, Bronk, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And fly, Eagles fly. He gets him the first down, partner, and that's going to seal this win. Now timeout taken by